packaging 3 boxes.
I believe in you.
Just leave me here.
Bye, Danie.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The Diaries of DIY Danie. I, of course, am Danie, and this channel is all about my love of DIY and solving home decor dilemmas with, you guessed it, a custom DIY solution. So today's diary is, for lack of better words, epic. Just in the amount of money that this DIY is saving you deserves to be on the top of all IKEA hacks. But of course, before we jump into it, if you're new to the diaries, then please hit that subscribe button, because not only are you about to witness the most epic IKEA hack, but there are more hacks, more solutions, and more DIYs coming your way, and you don't want to miss out. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Roll the tape. Okay, so let me start this story. My friend Alexandra Gator, as you all know her, she is a home decor YouTuber. She recently did a laundry room makeover for her friend Jess. So while Alexandra was at Jess's place, she was telling her about this big empty wall she has in her dining room. Now, she told Alexandra how much she wishes that she could have one giant big Apothecary cabinet that would run the course of the wall, but those things cost like $6,000. They are so expensive. And then she goes, so what do you suggest? And Alexandra goes, well, you should call my friend Danie. Next thing you know, Jess and I are on the phone and we came up with a plan. I'm planning to take 2 IKEA 6-drawer Tarva units and smush them together, give them both a bit of a facelift, and bam, you got $6,000 Apothecary cabinet for $600. Now, I know that there's been a lot of Apothecary hacks out there with the IKEA, but I haven't seen anything on this grand scale yet. Not until now. So first things first, I had to get to IKEA. So I'm in a rental truck, check it out. I'm just waiting for my friend Kelly to get here so we can go to IKEA together, cause friends stay forever at IKEA. Hi friend! How's it going? Let's go to IKEA! Go to IKEA! I don't know about you guys, but no one just goes to IKEA to like get in and get out. I like to like do the full journey, you know, the full IKEA experience, and we definitely did that. Well, that's cool. You can put so much in here. How's the bathroom? It's great. You got my card. Okay. So I need 2 of everything.
Am I just gonna watch you struggle?
Oh yeah, just watch.
Okay. If you do need a hand, you let me know.
I'm so strong. Ready? Ready? Yeah! Every time Kelly and I get together, we have such a hoot! All right, so I had both dressers. Now it was time to assemble. Ugh, why are these things so heavy? I will build anything but putting IKEA furniture together. And of course, you should always just build IKEA furniture with a friend. And all I had with Kenobi. And he's pretty much useless. Ready? We're gonna pull the end. Good job, Papa. And I'm not sure if some of you have seen my We Need to Talk About DIY. I will link it here. But the amount of time that this buy took for me to build, honestly, I think took longer than some of the DIYs I've actually created. My game plan was to leave the drawers unassembled because those were going to get hacked, but I realized it was a lot easier to stain the main body if it was already built to save myself room. Papa, what are you doing? Well, everything is built and taken apart. 2 Tarva dressers. I gotta tell you, that was not fun. Next step was to hack those drawer fronts. And this is a lot more simple than you think. First step was to measure and mark the middle of my drawer fronts. This line was going to be my saw guideline. Then I took a straight edge, which was just a scrap piece of wood, to make sure it was in fact straight, and clamped the straight edge down to the left of my line. Then I carefully started to saw into the drawer front using my straight edge as a guide to ensure I was cutting down straight with my saw. And I only sawed down less than 1/8 of an inch. Once I had my sawed line, I used this to mark the top and bottom edges, and I simply scored the top with my saw just a few times to make the line, and then I was able to really saw down. Again, I was only sawing down 1/8 of an inch. By adding that extra gap on the top and bottom, it really helped give that faux drawer look. It kind of just helped give it some depth so it actually looks like a drawer front, you know? Just make sure you don't saw down too deep because you don't want your drawer front to lose its structural integrity. So now that I had one cut, I just had to do that 11 more times. Now it was time to stain. And if you're going to do this at home, I hope you have a lot of room. This is like a bit ridiculous. I got drawer fronts here, drawer fronts over there, got one of the units back there. Also around the corner have more drawers, so we are full house. Do not assemble the drawers first. I can tell you right now, it was so much easier for me to stain all of the pieces individually like this, and it allowed for a much cleaner look at the end of it all. The stain I was using on this piece was called Dark Walnut, and this was a gel stain. I like working with gel stains, especially when you're staining a large amount or a big project like this. It goes a really long way. Yes, gel stains cost a little bit more, but you actually get more out of the gel stain than with a liquid. You tend to waste more. So big pro for the gel stain. And of course, if you're staining, you always want to make sure that you are staining in the direction of the wood grain. I think all in all, staining all the pieces took me around 3 hours. Once all the pieces were dry, it was time to assemble those drawer fronts. I actually think it took me longer to assemble all the drawers than it did for me to assemble the two bodies, so that was saying a lot. It took so long. I felt like I started like early afternoon and I went right till nighttime. I built them and I'd say they looked pretty darn good. Just finished, as you can see. Beautiful, beautiful. So now I need to go to the hardware store because I plan to close off this bottom section down here. It turned out that a 1x6 board actually fit perfectly into that, so it was like a match made in heaven. Or as you can see, I need to sand it down a little bit just so it fits a little bit more snug. Looks so much more like a cabinet versus a dresser with that bottom piece closed. Like, I don't know, it's such a difference. You can see it a lot better on that one. It's such a difference. And then I also have it cut on the side pieces too. Once I had all my pieces fit in, I drilled pocket holes into the backs of each. Then I simply stained the boards, let those dry overnight, and it was time to add my Apothecary hardware. And this really, really brought it all together, if you know what I mean. It's like when you have your hair done and you look really good, but you don't have your makeup on yet, then you get your makeup done and it's just like full face, full hair, looking fly. That's what this Apothecary was like. So for this, I sourced 2 products off of Amazon. I got a brass finished pull and the iconic matching name tag holders. To add my hardware, I measured out my center point on the drawer and added my pulls, which luckily covered the pre-existing drawer hole that there was already on the unit. So thank goodness. I thought I was actually gonna have to put wood fill in there, sand it down, and then put on the stain, but luckily the hardware covered the holes, so woohoo, win! I'm gonna add a sound effect there, and it's gonna sound way cooler.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, adding these took a really long time, but the outcome was totally worth it because it looked amazing. Not gonna lie, drilling in those pocket holes made me so nervous. I don't know, it's just like you've come that far and like anything could happen at this point if you just screw a little too much or whatever. I was a little nervous, but everything worked out fine, and all in all, it was a very successful DIY. Now all I had left to do was just get those cabinets over to Jess's place. All right, so let's remind ourselves what Jess's space looked like without the cabinets. Jess had a nice big open space. She had beautiful decor and one big open wall. Wow, wow, wow. All I can say is that Jess was thrilled. I didn't film the reveal to Jess, but what I can say is that she was just over the moon and her jaw was on the floor. And I don't blame her, it looked amazing. One thing I didn't tell you about is that Jess is a professional art director, so she knew her stuff. So I asked her to help me decorate these beautiful Apothecary cabinets, and she definitely delivered. And just like that, I managed to turn two $200 dressers into one $6,000 plus looking Apothecary unit. And if this isn't the most beautiful and epic IKEA hack you've ever seen, I don't know what is. It was magic. That's all I can say. Just pure magic. They really did look like 24 individual drawers. I couldn't be happier with the way that this turned out, and Jess was just beaming with happiness from ear to ear, so honestly it made all of that IKEA building completely worth it. Let me know what you thought about this IKEA hack. Is it the most epic IKEA hack you've ever seen, or what? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.